Hey there YouTube, hello knife people, I'm Joe and you're watching Ink&Iron, and this morning I was hoping to dye the handles of my MAXAMET Manix 2 here. I wanted to remove the clip and immediately ran into an issue. So as you can see, I've got torx hardware on one side and just a plain rivet on the other side. It is just spinning in place. I can't get any traction on it. I tried heating it up with hot water. That did nothing. So I'm going to have to literally take my Dremel, put a notch in here so that I can take a flathead screwdriver and hold it in place while I work the other side and finally break the Loctite or whatever the heck is holding this in place. And if anyone from Spyderco is watching this, I love your designs, but your user serviceability is terrible. It really is terrible, especially on these FRN lightweight versions. Just give me torx hardware so I can take the thing apart. If it voids my warranty, I don't care. I want to service my knife. All right, anyway, let's cut a notch and see if I end up jacking up this whole knife in the process. Hopefully not, but it's a possibility, and I'll let you know in just a second. Okay, so this is what I had to do to that rivet side. I had to literally bore a hole into it big enough to get a small screwdriver in so that I could break the Loctite that was on this screw. I did confirm that there was red Loctite. You'll know if you have red Loctite because it'll be extremely difficult to move. You'll have to do something destructive to it like this. You can even see where I ground into the FRN here. Can you see that? Let me point it out a little clearer. Right in here and then right in here. Although I went ahead afterwards and dip dyed this knife, so yeah, it looks really cool. Here's a very quick preview of that dyeing process. It was about 2 ounces or 100 mils of the dye, and then the rest was bottled water, and it took only about 2 minutes. It was extremely effective and fast. I did scratch up the blade a little bit, resharpening, although given how dark this blade has become, I think that'll kind of correct itself over time. You'll still see the scratches, but they will darken. And yeah, overall very happy. I got this clip to be a lot more secure because now I can actually adjust it. And the reason this rivet is now in the position that it's in is because it was originally D-shaped. I wasn't expecting that. So literally what I'm talking about here is, see how this hole is circular? Boom, now we take a little flat spot out of it, and that is now called D-shaped, what we typically refer to, and that's supposed to keep things from moving. So this was designed to not move when you went to unscrew this one, although because of the red Loctite from the factory, that totally failed and bored out the middle of that hole, and so it looks just like this one on the inside. So yeah, I hit it with a little super glue, shoved it back in, and now I can actually adjust to this screw and tighten up my pocket clip when I need it, because these wire clips do tend to loosen up over time. Anyway, the dye job turned out really nice. Really went to a really deep, rich purple, and I'm sure you saw the clip already that it took about like 45 seconds maybe, or maybe a minute to achieve this result. So it was extremely fast. So I gotta give a shout out to RIT Dyemore Synthetic dye for its ability to dye FRN. If you are looking to dye FRN, go with the synthetic. It is much, much faster than the all-purpose dye here. So you'll recognize the all-purpose dye as the one that I used to dye my Native 5. Link in description to that video. But yeah, if you're gonna go and dye FRN, use that synthetic Dyemore because it is significantly faster and easier to do. I almost forgot to say, when you dye an FRN knife like this, because of the rivet construction, you need to let it air dry for a couple of days. This gap back here will leak fluid over time. You can see a little bit right there. So yeah, it'll leak whatever color you used for a while. So just let it sit for 2 or 3 days. And I'm saying this, I live in Colorado, so yeah, 2 or 3 days, this thing will be bone dry. If you live in like Georgia or Florida or something, it might take like a week. But yeah, I just want to caution you because with a MAXAMET blade, I definitely don't want to be putting it back into this moist handle for several days because I don't know what kind of effect it's going to have on my blade finish. So just wanted to point that out. And just a couple glamour shots before we get out of here. Thank you for watching this video today. I know it was a little random, but you know, that's just kind of what I'm doing lately. I also do pens and other EDC gear. This is a little fidget toy that I should probably review. I have multi-tools and Victorinox Swiss Army knives. So if you like that kind of content, feel free to like this video and subscribe to the channel. And you can also check out my Patreon for even more content. Alright, I've been Joe. You've been watching Ink&Iron, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.